Okay, this is the bumpiest, least developed road we've had to drive down so far.
This is rough. Potholes everywhere.
Well, one of Lloyd's shoes fell out while we were driving and we're still stuck on this incredibly bumpy road.
Alright, here's our ride to the island. Wow, this is fully off-grid, hey?
Oh my goodness. You just have no idea how good this swim feels.
Okay, I'm sure it's fine, but pretty much every tree in this resort has a sign warning about snakes. Now, this one's kind of the most concerning because it says to check under your bed. Just gonna check the snakes, honey.
Okay, this is definitely the most rustic place I think we've stayed at in a very long time. But I think we really needed this.
Being a nomad is not a vacation. It's freedom, but it's also discipline. It's an exchange of security for enhanced experiences. It's a way of life.
Sometimes I get it crazy, and everything seems hazy. Is there some place for safety I could go? Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away, you're never too far to run. Run away, run away, run away into your escape. Run away, run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away.
Alright, we are on our way to Koh Ta Kiev, I believe is how you pronounce it, from Cambodia. It says it's around 2 hours-ish in a car, so it's probably going to take us around 3 or 3.5 to get to where the ferry will take us over to the island. But I'm really excited to get to the islands. It's been actually a little bit chilly here, to be honest, in Cambodia, which was really strange, really windy. But it was just a nice break from the heat. But now we're excited to get back to the beach.
Guy at the resort I was just talking to said he used to work out at Koh Ta Kiev. So it's probably going to be colder there at night and in the morning.
Really? Oh my goodness. Okay, well we are not prepared for any sort of cold weather whatsoever. So we're doing our best with our one pair of trackies that we own, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I think it's going to be so beautiful.
So it's a private island and you just have to book the speedboat for whatever time you want to go. So it's 9 o'clock now. I told him 2 p.m. Just to be safe. So we've got 5 hours to get there, but we got to get some supplies because I have no idea what's going to be out there. It's pretty much just like one private island with a hotel on it. Pretty empty on oil.
Yeah.
Good thing we checked before we left.
Yeah.
We're pretty low on oil.
Yeah.
That's why they tell you to check it every day. Because we've driven it about maybe 450 kilometers and the oil's pretty much empty. Yeah.
This is the bumpiest, least developed road we've had to drive down so far. The speaker just bounced out of the tuk-tuk and some little kid had to run and grab it for us. It was nice of him to actually return it. Yeah, it's pretty rough at the moment.
Yeah, it says we're 57 kilometers away, but an hour and a half. I don't know how long it's going to be like this for, but it's not good for a tuk-tuk.
It sucks. It's really bouncy back here. Lila's been sleeping up until now though, so not bad, but yeah, we've got a bit to go.
This is rough. It's just a dirt road. Potholes everywhere. I have to drive 20 kilometers an hour.
Well, one of Lloyd's shoes fell out while we were driving and we're still stuck on this incredibly bumpy road. Now we're going back trying to find his shoe. Otherwise he's gonna have to go shoeless for a few days because there's not gonna be anywhere for us to buy him any. Ugh. Alright, no luck. We just tried driving back for like another 5-10, but we don't want to spend more time on this road, so
We got a boat to catch.
we got a boat to catch as well, so he's gonna have to go barefoot for a little while.
Oh man, that is rough. That is by far the worst road we've driven on this trip. Just potholes everywhere. It's not paved at all. Fastest you can go is like 20 kilometers an hour. It's so bumpy, so dusty, so loud. But there's a lot of traffic on it, which is crazy. So I don't understand why it's not paved. It looks like we might be past the worst of it. It's still unpaved, but it looks pretty flat at least. And then I think we're turning onto another road in like 5 kilometers. So I'm really hoping the next road is going to be paved because we've still got 42 kilometers until we get to the boat pier. It's saying we're going to get there with plenty of time. I was hoping we'd be able to grab some lunch or something before we jump on the boat, but we'll just have to see how we go. Yeah,
We made it. Oh my goodness, that was so rough. This is intense in a tuk-tuk. Oh my goodness, I've never been happier to see a paved road in my entire life. I don't want to sound too dramatic, but like it's so bumpy in the back of this tuk-tuk and I was so worried about Lila during that, but she was laughing and smiling the entire time. Oh, it's just so dusty. Like I'm so covered in dust right now. We lost a shoe, almost lost the speaker. It was that bumpy and like there was just nothing you could do about it. Like we were going as slow as we possibly could without stalling the tuk-tuk, so wow. Yeah, we made it. Good job, honey. I just was saying to Lloyd that whenever we have to go through like a rough journey or like something goes wrong on the way to somewhere, it's usually because it's a really cool place or something awesome is going to happen there. So I have a really good feeling about this island now. And that's also a way that I cope with going through tough moments of being like, this is just temporary and the payoff's going to be worth it. So yeah, let's hope it's worth it.
Wow, look how dusty this is. Everything's so dusty. Look.
Yeah.
How good does that taste after that trip?
Oh man. I'm probably not going to have any drinks for a while, especially on this island, but yeah, that was stressful. That's the only time on this trip where I've felt like I wish we weren't in a tuk-tuk.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Only lasted about an hour.
Yeah. Gotta get
Just
through the shitty stuff
Like
for
my
the good
mouth's
stuff.
full of dust.
Yeah, there's a thin coating, or I should actually say a thick coating of dust on everything we have now. Like all the cameras and everything needs a clean. All our clothes are already quite dirty. Of course, I wore all white today too. Stupid. The day I chose to wear all white. The ocean looks incredible though. I think this is totally going to be worth it.
Okay, so we got to this restaurant, which is literally like at the pier where we get the speedboat to the island, and like everything on the menu seemed just kind of expensive. So I just ordered like a basic beef fried rice, which was $10, which I mean it's not that much, but for Cambodia it's pretty expensive, and it's a very local restaurant. But now I understand why everything's expensive. Look at the size of this. So you're eating now, huh?
I guess I'll have some.
Mandy wasn't even hungry. I guess we'll all share this. I'm starving, so I'm stoked. All right, we just got to the boat pier and just waiting for the boat. We're a little bit early. We made it here in pretty good time in the end, even after all that. And it's about a 20-minute boat ride to the island. It's really, really nice to be back on the ocean. It's been like over 2 months since we've been on the ocean. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this island is like and what this resort's like. All right, here's our ride to the island. Just basically like a 6 to 8 person dinghy. Hopefully we don't get wet. I think we should be all right.
Yeah, sit there, middle.
Where are we going? I have no idea. I'm excited though.
From here, like elephant.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah, this looks like elephant.
That's Elephant Rock. You can kind of see it looks like an elephant.
And then the big one, viewpoint.
This
Can
one.
go from the resort maybe 20 minutes.
Okay.
Go down
Hello.
to Koh Ta Kiev, okay?
How are you? Wow, this is fully off-grid, hey. Just walking through the jungle here to our cabin. It's a private beach, and it's really, really quiet.
Oh my goodness. You guys have no idea how good this swim feels. Oh, the water's incredible. We've got a full private beach here at the resort. We're staying in a really rustic cabin. It's pretty much like camping. Wouldn't be for everyone, but I think we needed this.
It is so quiet here. It's almost like hard to deal with a little bit, especially from going from like Bali and then Phnom Penh, like where everything's kind of overwhelming, to just this. Like it's pretty much just us on this deserted beach island. Yeah, everything really slows down, and you gotta. It sounds weird, but it's for me, it's kind of hard to get used to. Do you agree, Mandy?
Yeah. Lloyd and I have a bit of an escapism problem, if you haven't caught on to that yet. So like when we do slow down, and then you have to sort of like process your emotions and your thoughts and stuff when you're staying still. It's good. We definitely needed it, I can tell, but yeah, it's been a bit overwhelming and really hard to sit still. But that's how I know it's a sign that we needed to do this for sure, and it's a perfect place to do it.
Yeah, usually wherever we are, like for me personally, like early afternoon, like 4 or 5, I feel like I need to get out and do something, go to the gym or yeah, go train, go for like a motorbike ride, or like just do something just to get sort of that anxious energy out. And I feel like here you kind of just have to sit with it, which, like Mandy said, is probably a good thing. So our cabin is down that beach there, and then you've got the restaurant here. There's like the games room up here, hammocks, seats, lounge chairs, and then just past here is what's called Long Beach, which is where we were yesterday morning, and it's a really long stretch of beautiful beach. I ran up and back yesterday, and it's just amazing. So everything's kind of just within like walking distance here. You do not need to go anywhere else.
Yeah. No air.
Oh, sick.
Oh wait, that's my side. We're both going the wrong way.
Okay, I'm sure it's fine, but pretty much every tree in this resort has a sign warning about snakes. And this one's kind of the most concerning because it says to check under your bed before going to bed because there may be snakes. As I said, I'm sure it's nothing, but also I feel like there's a reason for those signs. Like, someone had to have had a snake in their bed in order for them to put those signs there. So literally on like every second tree there's a sign about the snakes. On here, every tree. Now I'm thinking I need to go back and read the reviews for this place to see if anyone had some bad snake encounters, because that's a lot of signs. And then when you walk back to our cabin, it's just like every tree's got a sign on it. So obviously we were freaking out a little bit, expecting to see a snake in our room, or at least around, but so far we haven't seen any, and I'm hoping it stays that way because I'm not a big fan of snakes. But the room does have a bit of a snaky vibe. It's rustic, there's gaps under the doors. Like, I can see how snakes would definitely get in, and it was playing on my mind last night. In the middle of the night, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, last night when we went to bed, we were definitely checking under the covers, checking under the bed, making sure there was no snakes, and luckily there wasn't.
Sunsets here are pretty magical, I have to say. Hey, Lila? Like, so dreamy, beautiful, beautiful colors. Gonna miss it here. I'm so happy that we made the trek out here. Just learned a new game. We don't know if it's abalone or abalone.
It's the most popular game in France and Germany and Spain.
Yeah.
Or it won an award.
In Cannes, apparently. We're just Cons? Is it cons? We don't know if we're playing it right, but
We're playing it right.
it's pretty fun. We had to watch a YouTube video, and we just found someone's channel, a niche where he just describes how to play board games. Smartest YouTube channel ever. He even had merch and t-shirts. Good on him.
The Abalone video has 90,000 views in 5 years.
Killing it.
Alright, I guess I better check for snakes. Just gonna check for snakes, honey.
See one? Can you pretend you didn't?
Oh, that actually kind of looks like it's not though. I think we're all good. No snakes. But as you can see here, the door, even when it's shut, there's like a bit of a crack. So a snake could get in. But it won't. Alright, someone who's watching who knows more about snakes than me. Is this a snake trail? Are these snake trails? I don't know if you can see on camera. Leading up to the tree. And then it goes back here. All the way here. Under there. The staff here like do a really good job of raking the beach so it looks nice every day, but I've noticed first thing in the morning you can see these trails, which is kind of creeping me out. Look at this, here's another one. Let us know down below. There's got to be some kind of a snake tracking expert watching. Is that a snake trail?
Okay, this is definitely the most rustic place I think we've stayed at in a very long time. No hot showers. Sand kind of gets everywhere, but I think we really needed this. We both were just like go, 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 kind of went back to survival mode a little bit, and being forced to just like slow down and stay here has been really good for us. Like I feel like it's been a really good reset, and it really just makes you appreciate little things like a hot shower. But we really enjoyed our time here. We'll leave a link in the description to this place if you want to come have like an authentic off-grid, more like a camping experience, but you're still like protected and staying in like a proper bed. And wow, the food has been incredible here. Like, yeah, you get cooked for properly. You're not just eating hot dogs over the fire. It's pretty awesome food. And cool games room, and the view and the beach, like just having the whole private beach to ourselves. We enjoyed this so much. But now we're heading off to, how do I say? Kohrong. Now we're heading off to Kohrong Sam Luam, We're super excited. There's actually meant to be a mini mart there, which we actually need. There's been no shops or anything on this island. It's very, very remote. So it's about a 15-minute boat ride back to the mainland, and then we've got about an hour drive in the tuk-tuk to where the ferry takes off to Kohrong San Loem.